Why are you wanted?
I kidnapped him.
You think you can trust the bartender, but you can't. And I was looking at her like, tell me if I should run, and she was looking at me like, run. And then he turns to me and goes, you're fit enough to rape. No, something's actually wrong. And you know what? No. Why is that car park? No, please. Go to the tiny bar. Oh, tiny right. Okay, there's this bar. It looks amazing. It doesn't look amazing. It's the smallest bar in the world. It's 4 feet by 4. Potentially 4 meters by 4 meters. 4 foot is a very small man. That's a dwarf bar. Right, my metrics might be a bit off. It's incredibly small, and I really want to go. Yeah, basically you have to book because obviously it gets sold out pretty quick. Okay, so this is the world's smallest bar. Yeah, we are never getting in there. This is the world's smallest bar. You ready? Oh, sugar. Oh, I don't have the capacity. Oh, it scared me. I was like, I have no idea where he's from.
I'm trying to get used to people.
Yeah, sorry.
She's very nice. Actually, she mild me. I will invite you for a drink. But please, no picture. Because this is very a kind of place that we want to keep it very like low level. Like,
yes,
no
that's
one
fine.
No one knows. Come, let's have a drink. Give it time.
So obviously we get to this small little place and there's these like men outside and they come over and they're like, hey, we'll get you in. Like normally people have to be booked for days, but we'll get you in. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I was like, how are you planning on doing that? I've got a gun. And we're like a little bit drunk and we're like, he's joking about the gun, obviously. So we sit down, the waiter comes over. This is an important detail, right? So the waiter had just hugged, like I'd just seen her hugging this main mafia guy moments before we got there. That's like an important detail. So we order a drink, they bring drinks over, It's just these two guys. Nothing really deep. Obviously he said he had a gun, but nothing really that there's 3 of us, 2 of them. We're in a crowded place. All he's talking about is like, you girls are so pretty. And then he pulls out from his pocket the biggest bag of cocaine, tips it onto his phone. There's like over 0.5 gram of coke on his phone and he goes, wipes on his trouser leg. Of course, there was no plan for me to drop a fork and do a little off his thigh. Absolutely not. Anyway, things start getting weirder and he's like, give me your hands, like, let me compare your nails. And then he starts talking about who's prettiest. And then he turns to me and goes, you're fit enough to rape. Which frankly, anyway, I can't remember who saw the gun, but one of the girls saw the gun that he was talking about previously. We're starting to get more drunk, ask him about the gun. He's like, yeah, I'm part of the mafia. That's why, like, I've got so much coke, like, if you want any, I want to take you to the most dangerous place in Milan. Nobody's going to touch you. I've got things this big of just coke, like, come. We were like... Anyway, it started getting really weird. Like, people kept coming, like, guys kept coming and, like, shaking his hand and then just standing over us. So it started off with these 2 men, and by the end, like, so, like, every, like, 15 minutes, a new guy would stand, like, come round, and I'd say to them, like, what's your name? And they'd be like, it's Simone. Every single one of these men's biological birth name was Simone. Anyway, I started getting a little bit freaked out, so called this guy that I was speaking to at the time and was like, check my Life 360. I sent him a picture of the guy, gave him a description, he wrote it all down, told him the address. I was like, I don't think we're making it out alive. I turn around and one of the Simones is stood there going, who are you speaking to? He then escorts me back to the table. Anytime I then was on my phone, a guy was like, who are you messaging? And he was like stood over my shoulder, so he was reading everything I was writing, because I was trying to message this guy and be like, this is the address, send the police. So then one of the Simones like, I'm gonna get another round in, what do you want? And I was like, oh, can we have like an espresso martini or something? No, I know just the thing. And then starts walking in and I was like, okay, girls, we're about to get spiked. So I'm going to go in with him and like talk to the bartenders. So I went in and I spoke to the woman who had previously served us. Remember that I said she was like hugging the guy that we were with, like being all close and like joking around with him moments before we got there. I said, the guy that we're sat with, what do you know about him? She was like, I've never met him. I kid you not, this woman then proceeded to try and like brainwash me into thinking she'd never had a conversation with this guy. She didn't know his name. She'd never seen his face before serving our table. You're lying. You are in on something going on deeper here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I then went up to one of the other bartenders and he was like, no, I've never seen him here before. I've never seen him. Even though the guy said that he goes there every night. Somebody is telling fibs. There were like loads of other things going on, but like that was like a big thing for me. Like, we need to get out. This is like a deeper, bigger thing. Like the fact that the waiters were lying made me think that like this maybe wasn't an infrequent thing that was happening. Anyway, that was like a little bit of background information that I didn't really get across in the video, so.
Why are you wanted? Sorry, why are you wanted? Sorry. Why? Yeah, why?
I know these men. One day is I kidnapped him.
Yeah, but are you wanted criminally?
You mean that?
Baby, right, this is our little...
No.
He then freaked and made me delete the video.
At the point where you think, why didn't these girls go home?
This
is that point.
This is the part I looked at him so many times and thought, you look like every...
Can you pull breath?
document. No, yeah, but it's not that bad. Every documentary I've ever watched plays out exactly how this is.
He's just a criminal. He's not a mafia.
Yeah.
Where's your back?
Oh my fucking flip. Oh, it's a mirror. Oh my god, I thought someone was reaching. No, please, I'm scaring me. I'm scared. Oh, I thought someone was reaching down to grab me. Oh, it smells so bad in here as well. It makes nothing better. Okay, that's the guy. That is the guy. Are you his bodyguard? What's going on? Apparently he has a bodyguard.
I'm not the bodyguard.
Is he part of the
Yeah, I know.
Is he part of the mafia?
Oh, look at that. Yes, okay.
We like each other.
You know.
Does he sell cocaine? Does he sell cocaine?
Okay, you stay for me. Don't worry.
Okay, but hear me out. How do you leave? You won't have to. Okay, well this is fun. This has been fun.
Cold.
The last sentence was, I didn't tell you you're getting kidnapped tonight. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Goodbye, honey. I love you. No, it's not the time for cigarettes. It's not the time.
Actually do.
Wait, no, actually, on that note,
If any time is a time for cigarettes.
cigarettes?
She said to me.
He also like wouldn't stop hugging and touching us.
Because he said to me earlier, we'll have these drinks, I'm not going to pay for them. Smolly will go in with a gun. We don't pay for shit around here.
Whatever.
Yeah, I say we leave, because he's about to make us pay. Let's go.
Yeah, me too. Safe. I don't know yet. We need to go get food. But it was lovely to meet you. Yeah.
At least say.
I never want to go abroad. Oh, no, don't leave me in the bag. I'm going to get snatched.
I don't know where you were. Yeah. You were on the phone and you were in the toilet.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for you because they were like being really angry about the fact that you were on your phone.
Yeah, because I was trying to call for help.
There was a group of people, it was a group of strangers that he'd collared, and it was 3 lads and a woman. And he was like, come over here, and he was speaking all in Italian. Yeah. He had his arm around me and he was like speaking all in Italian, talking about me. And I was looking at the woman and all the men were like feeling really uncomfortable. They were looking uncomfortable, and the woman was looking at me like, run. And I was looking at her like, tell me if I should run, and she was looking at me like, run. Yeah. And I was like, and then he walked away and turned his back, and I went like this, and she was like, and
really?
And then they all walked off, like, as in when I say they stormed off, they walked off so quickly into the scene.
Makes me sick.
And then like 10 minutes
Makes
later
me
is when we were
sick.
like, and then when we left.
All these little things that we couldn't tell each other at the time, but they add up.
Yeah.
To I was really booting you all under the legs.
Really bad. I'm so fucking glad we left.
Same.
I'm so fucking.
Should we run? I feel like we're being followed. I went into the bar and said, okay, this guy's being really weird. He said he has a weapon, so I'm really quite scared to leave. These like sex trafficking things obviously work with like people in on it. Like there's a bar that they'll always go to.
Of
weird.
course they fucking will. That's how it fucking happens.
No, but hear me
'Cause
out.
You think you can trust the bartender, but you can't.
And I said to the bartender, I was like, have you ever met him? And she was like, I've never seen him before in my life. And I spoke to the other guy.
They're fucking
I know,
friends.
they were friends.
talking to
He was,
each other.
they were hugging. I spoke to the other bartender and he was like, yeah, he's my friend. He's not weird. He's really safe, I promise. Okay, so why do you know him? Because he's a regular here. And the other girl who works there all the time. Oh, it's making me more scared talking about it. Every time anyone touched me, a guy hugged me and he was like, I'll get him killed. Did you hear his name? I'll get him killed. I was like, this guy was what?
We're not friends with the Bin Laden family.
This guy was friends with the Bin Laden
I was
family.
nudging happily under the table and no one seemed to grasp the concept
I was
that
grasping.
he said he went to school with Osama Bin Laden.
Sophie was so desperate to go to that smallest bar in the world. How was it?
It's tainted. It's tainted now. Never again.
Hey,
I
no,
wanted was a strawberry mojito in a small room and a cute photo. Being said, almost threatening to shoot everyone else in the bar to not have to pay for it. He's like, I own this place. I don't actually, but I'm gonna get my gun out and tell them I own this
He was
place.
like, they literally were like, he ordered absinthe shots for all of us. And I went to the bartender and was like, we're not having absinthe, we'll have a Jaeger bomb. Like that.
glad you did that.
Yeah. There was not a chance we haven't. The absinthe would have killed us. Would have killed us. I'm gonna be cross because I'm so uncomfortable right now. I was so not ready to die tonight. Are we alive? Are we okay?
I think so. Yeah. Whether he had me at, I was friends with Osama Bin Laden, or Abby's so beautiful he would rape her, or that guy over there's being shot tonight. All three of those things, I think should have been red flags, but we carried on.
Okay guys, we're currently at the airport. We survived. We survived that ordeal. It was a great trip, other than that slight factor. If you like this one, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Feel free to subscribe and like, bye.